Hi everyone!
Hello everyone, welcome. Today we're going to be reacting to another video. This time my teacher accidentally sent me her picture. I don't know what kind of teachers your teacher is sending you, but let's just get into this, shall we, boys?
Firstly, he's packing, and secondly,
He is
it's probably a
definitely.
drama teacher.
That is not something you
Like,
talk about.
he has not. His legs are a bit like. His jeans are too short, aren't they?
Ain't it?
We
A
would-
bit skinny.
What? He's got baby hands.
Also, why does he have no sleeves?
No. I want to explain this. He looks like one of those people that pretends to be posh with the hair and the top, and then he's just got
Hi,
these
everyone.
baby hands and big muscles.
Alright, let's do this.
Hi everyone, my name is Jimmy and
Why
I'm 17
Jimmy?
years old. Have you ever done something you feel extremely ashamed of?
Yes,
Yes.
your mother.
The only thing worse than doing something like that is realizing that some things can't be fixed. I want to tell you a story about something I regret very much. I hope not everything is lost
What
yet.
are those
and-
eyes doing?
Tom, it's because he's quirky.
He is very.
You can help me fix my mistake. Subscribe to the
Who does the top button up?
Yeah.
Is that how he rolled up to the studio? He's like, yeah, can you do my story, please? Sure. How do you want us to animate you? Exactly how I'm dressed right now.
None of these stories happen.
The tightest
None of these
channel,
stories
because
happen. I don't
Jacob,
believe
most of them actually do happen.
that's cap. I don't
lot
believe
depends
not.
on you.
it. What the
It all
hell?
began a year ago.
What?
We had an
Stop
old
me!
He got younger. Jesus Christ, Jimmy. Not looking too good then.
teacher at our school called Mr. Harrison.
Oh, so this is the kind of teacher sending him in pictures. Are you sure it was an accident?
I got
The
clickbait
whole
for
school
that.
knew him,
Oh,
and
Mr. Ginger,
all the
kill him.
students loved him.
No.
He didn't force
Wait,
us to
what?
study or give
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick you from the call.
No!
Yeah, that's a joke.
us too much homework, and if you didn't chat during class, you were guaranteed a good mark. Our whole class was very happy with how things were, especially me and my best friend Austin. After all, we did not really like to study, and
What the hell's going on with this shirt?
Looks like an Aussie.
He's got gum on his donut.
He's got the exact same trousers, just recoloured.
Yeah,
That's
that's how
branding.
they like to do things, Jacob. Now shut up and enjoy the video.
skipped a lot of classes. But one day, our principal sent Mr. Harrison into retirement. Nobody at school wanted to see him go, and we waited anxiously to see who would take his place. A few days after that, a new teacher came to our class. It was a young woman called Miss Ambrose. She was very young and pretty. We hoped that she would be as kind to us as Mr. Harrison had been, and not too demanding. How wrong we were. On the first day, she gave almost the entire class bad marks for having done no homework, and said that she wouldn't go easy on us.
No, they're ginger.
Yeah,
I
they're
dunno.
ginger.
No, they're red.
I don't know.
No.
Red and ginger.
We were doomed.
No, no.
Our whole class disliked Mrs.
his head
Ambrose
is
on the spot.
dodgy.
Especially Stella, who had been a straight A student before the new teacher appeared. She asked Mrs. Ambrose to give her a top mark, but the teacher said that Stella did not know the material perfectly. She also told us all, "You have to understand that your grades doesn't mean
She is a good teacher. She actually doesn't give out free marks.
anything if you gain no knowledge. But we only wanted good marks so that our parents wouldn't scold us. We were not very interested in getting smarter. Mrs. Ambrose made us study and never let us slack off. But one day, something happened. I was walking home from school when I got a text message. It was from Mrs. Ambrose. She had given us all her number on our first lesson with her. But what could she have sent me?
Oh my
I opened the
Lord.
message and
Texted
couldn't
you.
believe my eyes. It was a picture of Mrs. Ambrose. And not just any picture, but of her
Oh,
in
I'm
a
a fan of this.
swimsuit by the pool. It was a very private
fan of
photo.
this one.
She looked very beautiful in it. But why had she sent it to me? She didn't even know my number. I thought about it all the way home and spent the whole evening sitting in my room looking at that photo.
She's secretly
I
your
finally
mother.
came to the conclusion that Mrs. Ambrose liked me. Well, why not? I was tall, strong, and looked older for my
Wow.
age. Why wouldn't a girl like me, even if she was my teacher?
Yeah, she's
The next
still a
day, I went to
pedophile.
school
You're
feeling
17,
very
bro.
good about myself. I liked that such a pretty teacher
It was-
liked me.
yeah,
I
definitely,
winked at Mrs. Ambrose as I walked into the classroom. But for some reason, she just turned away angrily. I watched her during the lesson and tried to see if she paid any special attention to me. But the teacher did not react in
Definitely.
any way. And she even gave me a bad mark for my work in class. Why would she do that? I couldn't understand her. The day before, she'd sent me that photo and
She's
now
playing
was
hard to
acting
get.
as if nothing had happened. I
She's
wanted to
playing
talk
hard
to
to
her
get.
during the
She
break,
wants-
so I came
wants
up to
you to
Miss
talk to
Ambrose
her.
and hinted that I knew how she felt about me. But she said she had no idea what I was talking about. What was going on? Maybe I had just made it all up and she had sent me that picture by mistake. Or
Yeah.
got the wrong number. That would be a shame, but could explain her behavior. I decided not to worry about it, but then I began to notice something weird about my friend Austin. Before, he would call
Oh,
Miss
it's
Ambrose
definitely-
names and curse her for giving us bad marks, but now he was always talking about how cool she was. Austin even started to hit on her, and right after I got that picture from her as well. It couldn't be a coincidence. So one day I cornered him after class and told him to
Wow.
spill everything.
Real good
and
friend.
Austin cracked. He said our teacher had sent him a private photo of herself by the pool because she liked him. That was unexpected. It turned out that she had sent it to my friend as well. I told Austin that he was an idiot and showed him the picture of Mrs. Ambrose on my phone. Of course, my friend was gobsmacked. He hadn't expected such a turn. Neither had I, to be honest.
I'm a fan
It
of
could
this.
no longer be called an accident. The teacher couldn't have sent photos to two people by mistake. She obviously had done it on purpose. But what was that purpose? Austin and I couldn't figure it
So
out.
the title
That's
is a
why
lie.
we decided to follow her around and find out her secret. We watched her all day long during lessons and breaks alike. Miss Ambrose took out her phone several times and texted someone. But whom? We couldn't find that out, so we decided to follow her after school as well. Our teacher left the
Again,
school
this
and
is
headed somewhere
dodgy.
else. Austin and I followed,
person
unseen
in
by
this
her.
story
We didn't
has
know what we were
gone
expecting to
Yeah, none of these look good. Like, they're all really ugly people.
see, but we had to understand why she sent those photos of herself.
What is
Miss
that?
Ambrose
Is it
came to a
snowing?
park and sat down on a bench. We watched her from the bushes. A few minutes
These are
That's a
creeps,
bit
man.
creepy.
That's a
They are- oh, no. This, man. This man.
What the heck is it?
What?
Yeah, that.
Oh, it's definitely him.
It's that keys, isn't it?
Coincidence, I think. No.
It's definitely not a coincidence.
later, a man came by. The teacher happily hugged and kissed him. That was
Oh,
probably whom
Jesus.
she'd been texting at school. They held hands and walked on. Austin and I realized that it was Mrs. Ambrose's boyfriend. We were so pissed. So she was dating that guy and sending such inappropriate photos.
Well, yeah, he's actually an adult male, and you two are not. So, yeah, I think it's more justified that she's dating a real person and not you two. Weird goose.
To her pupils at the same time? She was a real freak. Austin and I decided to get back at her. When I got home, I showed Mrs. Ambrose's message to my mother. She was horrified and said that a teacher like that could not be allowed to work with.
Yo.
What the hell is your mother wearing?
It looks like.
I will not Google what
Oh, it looks
I
like
think
Witch.
that looks like,
Looks like
but
Scarlet Witch.
She
Bro,
looks
they're
like
literally
she's gonna.
stealing, they're stealing the whole Marvel fandom.
No,
of this book.
she looks like she's gonna burst or something.
she also looks
What's that supposed
ancient.
to mean?
Her hair is graying, and she's got like
No, it's
lines
like
all
Scarlet
over her
Witch, but an
face.
old woman.
no, it
You know what I'm
doesn't.
saying?
That's a pen
with children. The next day, she went to the principal. Austin's mom was already there, as my friend had shown her our teacher's photo as well. Naturally, after the principal found
Ah!
Oh,
Can't believe you! You horrible,
Yeah.
horrible woman.
what-
horrible
why would
woman.
you just- why
Dating
would you
a
let us
normal
stay?
person.
A
Jesus.
horrible woman. Oh,
Good
let me see those
lord.
pictures.
out what had happened, he fired Miss
I reckon
Ambrose
he
at
got some
once.
pictures of
Austin and I were glad we had taught our shameless teacher a lesson. She tried to explain to the
Yeah, they're
principal
still like, Jesus Christ,
no,
go
no,
away.
that she hadn't done it and there had been some mistake. But the photo on our
Mistake.
phone said otherwise, and so she had to leave. A few days after that, Mr. Harrison
Ow.
came back to the school. He replaced Mrs. Ambrose and became our teacher once again.
Yeah,
The
he
principal
looks more like a nonce, doesn't he?
No,
Yeah, he
looks
does.
Stanley.
hired him back.
No, he does
No,
not,
I don't know,
Jacob.
I-
You're just waffling.
No, shush. I want.
He's disconnected now.
We started getting good marks once again and stopped worrying about doing any homework or trying hard. Our whole class was
Alright.
blissfully happy and everything
Happy.
had gone back to
Yay.
normal. Of course, our
Until your
top
teacher shows up at the window.
student Stella was happier than anyone, as she went back to getting only the highest marks. As time went on, we all forgot about Miss Ambrose and the scandal surrounding her. A whole year passed. We were finishing school and getting ready for life after it. Some people were going to college, some to university. I thought long and hard
What's the
about my
difference?
plans for the future. During that year, I had grown up and become more serious. I wanted to become a good
Still wearing like no sleeve shirts. Still wearing sleeveless shirts.
Yeah. No.
They literally can't draw sleeves on
Can
these
we
characters
talk about
apparently.
his arm? Can we
I know
talk
it's
about...
just like.
Yeah, he is ripped. Apart from his hands,
What
they're
is
just a bit
with his
dodge.
elbows? What is
That's what
wrong
I'm
with
saying,
his
it's the
elbows?
fucking-
Yeah, he's well,
Oh,
you
he
know,
don't
I'd
have
prefer
any
not to have a
elbows.
thick black
Yeah.
line around my elbows.
He's not one
So
of those mannequins,
Nice.
isn't it?
good specialist, but I
Oh,
knew
you're a
that I
special
wasn't
now.
smart enough to get into college. I might have had good marks, but I hadn't gained any
Yeah.
knowledge. Only then did I begin to realize that and get angry with myself for having wasted so much time slacking off. At the end of that school year, a traditional graduation ball was held. We all came to see each other one last time.
Oh, since when did she have such big?
She's thin. She's thick.
Yeah, but not here. This it's more like that
Why
other
she
fella
put,
in it.
like fake tan in
It's like the
this one,
fella in the card in the description. No, he's not actually in the description or the card, but he is at the end of the video probably. It depends. Yeah, watch our other videos as well.
Put fake tan.
After all, we were going to colleges and universities
Yeah.
and would most likely never get together like that again. At the ball, we had fun and danced, and we began to talk about the most memorable moments of our time at school.
Yay,
Austin
memories.
suddenly remembered Miss Ambrose. He said that she'd almost ruined his academic record. And then the excellent student Stella laughed merrily and said, "We'd all have gotten bad grades if it hadn't been for me." We didn't understand what she was talking about. And then Stella finally told us the secret she kept for a whole year. When Miss Ambrose started giving her bad marks, she decided to get rid
Yeah,
of the
why did they like grow that bit? Is she pregnant?
Yes.
She's a pregnant woman.
teacher at any cost. But how could she achieve that? That's when Stella had come up with a brilliant idea. One day, when
Yeah,
the
she is
teacher had been
smart,
away,
isn't
Stella had taken Miss Ambrose's phone out of her bag and found her private photos on there. After that,
So let's
Oh,
say you have to
Christ.
read an incredibly long email from your
Oh,
boss that you have to finish
okay.
before the big
Shut
meeting starts in 10 minutes.
Gmail stuff.
she'd sent one of the photos to Austin and me. She'd hoped that we'd show the message to our parents and Miss Ambrose would be kicked out of school. And
Oh,
that's exactly what
cunning
happened.
woman.
We listened to Stella with our mouths opened. Only now did Austin and I understand. Stella
You already know what I could edit in that.
had simply set up our teacher to get good marks again. It hadn't actually been Miss Ambrose's fault, and I had to get rid of her with my own hands. I might even have ruined Miss Ambrose's whole life, but she only ever wanted us to get smarter and more educated. It was only then that I began to understand her words. Grades don't mean anything if you don't gain knowledge, but it was too late. That's what I am so ashamed of. And I understand that it can't
Ah,
be fixed.
whatever. You
but
got good
I would still
grades.
like to
You're all
try.
good.
Please share my story.
got good
Perhaps
grades.
Miss Ambrose will.
Please share your story. Yep, we already have. Private diary.
The thing is, right,
The original
is that
video's in the
it's
description,
all-
innit?
It's all good having good marks, but well, you need to get some elbows, bruv. Like,
Yeah, like
No,
elbows
he's
are a
not.
necessity in life, really.
You know people
Yeah.
get. You know
You can
people
you
get
can
fake
whack
boobs.
people with
The
your
weird thing is
elbows.
there's gonna
That's
be
good.
someone out here who actually looks
You know
like
people
a
get
man
fake
with elbows.
boobs. Do you reckon
Yeah.
you can get a fake elbow?
Shut up.
Maybe you can.
And when I'm like,
I'll arrange it for
doing
you.
like things and I'm-
I'll arrange it
Elbow
for you.
implants.
Contact
Elbow
me.
implants.
see it and forgive me. Do you think it's possible? Write your opinion in the comments down below. After all, you probably have something you are still ashamed of as well.
If you enjoyed this video,
Mermaid,
there's more of them, probably on screen now. Also link in the description to this one. Also subscribe now.
Yeah, do it.
Now, like I'm watching you right there. I see you. I see you. You are scrolling down and you are clicking the big red button.
Aaron will pay you a
Yeah,
five.
and if
Yeah.
you
Aaron.
Yeah, I will.
and if you
5
don't
quid
follow-
to whoever subscribes.
follow you on your bed.
And Abraham will pay you 50.
Alright.
I'll pay you
Yeah.
That's gonna do it for now. Goodbye, everyone. Subscribe
Bye.
still.